Hello, geometry students. In class here, you've done a couple of sketches that have focused on arcs and chords, and so now I'm going to explain what you should have discovered and then apply them to a number of problems. During your first sketch, you looked at congruent chords. I drew chord AB and chord CD. Now, if chord AB is equal to or congruent to chord CD, you should have realized or discovered in the sketch that then the two arc angles are going to be equal. So if AB and CD are congruent, then the measures of arcs AB are going to be equal to the measure of arc CD. And remember, when you have M's, you're talking about degree measure. The second thing that you should have discovered during your sketches is that if you have a diameter or a radius and they're perpendicular to the chord, so I'm going to draw a chord. Here's my chord. And then I have a diameter or a radius. So my purple is my diameter. Here's my radius. If I have my diameter perpendicular to the chord, then it intersects it at the midpoint. So those two pieces are going to be equal. The last thing that you should have discovered during your geometry sketch time is that if you have two chords that are equal, and I'm not going to draw them so they're parallel, I'm going to draw them like that. Here's my A, B, and my C, D. So if I have A, B congruent to C, D, so my two chords are equal, then they're going to be the same distance from the center. Remember, we learned about distance a long time ago. Oh, it was probably in first quarter. Remember, distance is always a perpendicular line. So that's my distance. It's going to be a perpendicular line, so you're going to have a right angle. And here's another distance. It's going to be a right angle. So these two pieces are going to be equal is what's going to happen there. So those distances are going to be equal. You're also going to have right angles perpendicular when you're talking about distance. All right, so let's take a look at the couple of examples that we have and apply what we've learned to those. In example number 1, we're asked to find TV and round to the hundredths. Okay, so I'm looking at this. Here's TV. That's going to be a chord. This is a distance because I have a right angle there. From the center point out to the edge of the circle, that's a radius. So what I'm going to do in this problem is I know that these two pieces are equal. Because when I have a distance, it intersects at the midpoint there. And those two pieces are going to be equal. I'm going to take my radius, RU, and I'm going to move it over here. Okay, so now you see RU is 11, right? 5 and 6 is 11, so this is going to be 11 as well. That's the radius. I'm going to pull this triangle out right here. This is going to be 11. This is going to be 6. If I find TS, and I then can double it. So I'm looking for TS first, and then I'm going to double it. Remember, you have a right angle right here. So what are you going to use to solve this? Yep, Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to take my TS squared plus 6 squared equals 11 squared. Now, as I'm correcting homework, I've noticed that people are not doing a good job of showing all of their work. So let's focus on that in this section. At this point, I need to take my TS squared. 6 squared is 36. 11 squared is 121. I need to move my 36. So my TS squared, see, some people aren't even writing like TS squared down. I'm moving my 36. Yes, some of you are saying, oh, do I have to write minus 36? You probably don't. You can take 121 minus 36 and write 85 down. I'm going to take the square root of 85 and I'm going to get 9.22. Now that's not my answer, people. I'm looking for TV, which is the whole line, so I need both parts. So TV, really this is how I should be writing it. I shouldn't just be writing the answer here. I should be writing TV equals, I'm going to take the 9.22 and I'm going to multiply it by 2. I'm going to double it because those two pieces are equal. So my TV is approximately equal to 18 and 44 hundredths. And I'm going to box that answer in. Okay, let's take a look at example number 2. Roads. The curved road at the right is part of circle C. It has a radius of 88 feet. What is AB and round to the nearest tenth? All right, so I'm looking for AB, which is the whole entire chord. I'm going to find only part of it. I'm going to find the EB, and then I'm going to double it is what I'm going to do here. Because this is my radius, and it intersects and splits those into 2 equal pieces. So that's my goal. I'm going to find that. They told me that my radius is 88. Oh, that's not a big color. My radius is 88. So I'm going to do my triangle trick again, just like I did on the last problem. That's 88. Okay, I'm looking for, I'm going to pull that triangle out. This is 88. I'm looking for EB. I don't know this line right here, people. This is a diameter, a radius. The radius is 88. So I'm going to take 88 minus 15. That's going to get me 73. So that's my EC. So I'm going to write that right here, 73. I'm looking for EB, and then I'm going to double it. So I'm going to write my work down here. I've got EB squared plus 73 squared equals 88 squared. Make sure you're showing all of your steps here, people. So I've got EB squared. I need to square my 73, 5,329. I'm going to square my 88, 7,744. Move your 5,329. So now you're getting EB squared equals 2,415. Take the square root. EB equals 49 and 14 hundredths. Now remember, we're looking for AB. So I need to find AB. If I look at my picture here with the top, AB is all the way across, so I need to double that. Remember I talked about that earlier, I need to double it. So I need to take my 49 and 14 hundredths. I have my calculator still full, people. I'm not writing that down. I wrote it down, but I'm not using that number. I'm using my full calculator. I'm going to now times it by 2. AB, it says approximately. It says round to the tenths. So I need to round that to the tenths. I'm getting 98.3, and my label is feet. Box that answer into people on your homework, please. All right, thank you. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.